welcome back to my channel. You guys, I'm getting ready right now to head to a New Year's party that we decided very last minute, like very on brand for me and Kenny. I was taking a shower, and as one often does, you think a lot about the things in your life. At least for me, the showers for me are very spiritual moments where I take time to really reflect on my day. And I was reflecting on this past year. I think back to when I was a little girl and could only dream of accomplishing and doing the things that I'm doing in my life. And today, being here doing content, it's been over a year that I've been doing content, and there's now over 180 of you here, and it might seem so small to some, but it is everything to me. I'm someone who was always very shy, very reserved as a child, and always wanted to create, always wanted to do something bigger than myself. Always knew that there was something out there for me that I just couldn't figure out yet. And the last few years, I've really grown out of my shell. I really have done things that have scared me, really challenged myself in every way in my relationship, in the way I show up as a daughter, as a friend. I've been really challenging myself to be the best version of myself. And this year, 2025, I got married to my best friend of 10 years. I'm now planning to start a family. I'm planning to move and soon buy a home of our own so we can continue building that foundation, that family foundation that I've always dreamed of having my own. I feel so grateful, and I thank you for being here with me in this journey. It's just the beginning for us, and I can't wait to continue connecting with you guys. So I wanted to take a moment to just say thank you for being here. Thank you for witnessing this journey and tagging along with me. I'm so excited to continue building this community and showing up for you guys and evolving. 2026 is going to be such a massive year. I could feel it in my bones. It's going to be a good year. So I'm gonna get ready and do one final get ready with me for our New Year's party. I will say I'm not gonna have time to edit it today, but I will put it up tomorrow, the 1st. Today I'm going with a very classic slick back look. I'm gonna wear all white. In Brazil we do wear all white. Something new is typically our tradition, that you have to wear everything new, and the color of your underwear is very, very important tonight. So I've already have done my skincare before, so my skin is super tacky and ready to go in with our first step. Now I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. Anastasia Beverly Hills, this is their brow freeze gel. This is such a classic go-to. You cannot go wrong when you go on Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now before I start with this, I like to fill in a little bit of the areas in my eyebrow that have some gaps just from years of waxing. Fill in any gaps that I see, and then I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Gel. I've been really liking that almost like straight eyebrow look, but I haven't had the courage to actually go in with a razor and make it straight. I know a lot of people that have done that. I'm just so scared and traumatized from years of trying to grow back my eyebrows. Very sensitive to changing my eyebrows up. I feel like right now they're nice and bushy, and this is the way I kind of want to keep them. But I do have curiosities of what that would look like. Because when I get a little bit of Botox, I get eyebrow lift, so it does give me like a little sneak peek of what that would look like. But I feel like if I just shaved the ends here, I think that's what typically will help it. And maybe a little bit up here, but I don't want to touch it. I'm too scared. I keep just wondering and fantasizing what that would look like on me. I've always been someone with a pretty intense arch, and it comes pretty natural. I think that with years of doing my eyebrows, it's almost stayed permanent like that, and it's been really hard to regrow. So I get scared to follow any eyebrow trends. I like to stick with the classics, which in my case is just a very well-defined bushy eyebrow. And I think that's why I love Anastasia so much, is that she also has just a very classic way of doing eyebrows on people, and it's the OG way. I think I grew up with that being just the standard of beauty. So I think for me, I've been definitely like stuck in my ways. And then this is where I go in with the brow freeze gel and try to keep it up. My eyebrows are very stubborn, and that's the one thing that I will say with having strong features, is that my eyebrows are very strong, and whenever I pull them up with any brow freeze, they come back down. So one thing that I like with this one is that it is pretty strong, but I will notice that through the night my eyebrows slowly start going back into its place. If you find something stronger, let a girl know. I really want to just get as much product on our brows as possible, and then go back in and brush it up and to the side. And then we can always go back in and refill wherever we need to. I like to give myself a little bit more bushiness right in the beginning. My husband always says, oh, this looks very ethnic. I feel like in my older age I've grown more into my Brazilian culture. I've been very, very proud of it and spending more time in Brazil lately. And naturally, you start to embrace those roots. And this is one way that I do it, is I embrace these natural features. Just add a little bit more definition to the bottom that we just removed. If you've been following me, you know I've been loving this step. I don't know where I've been, that I've been sleeping on a rock. I've been missing out on color corrector. It enhances you in the most subtle way possible, and I think I've been loving it for that reason. If you know me, I love makeup that just looks like skin, looks natural, where it enhances your natural features versus covering things up. Color correcting by itself is already something that you can throw on and go, but under makeup, it is so divine. You look like a different person when you color correct versus going straight in with a concealer. After shade, this more salmon color. I'm going to focus this more on my under eye bags and really any discoloration that I see on my face. I'm very sensitive, and even the tiniest little scratch leaves my skin red. I do have some redness around my nose. I always break out on my chin, so naturally I'm a little bit more red around my chin and lip area. So I'm going to focus this on any of those areas and just give myself a very light layer of correction here. And now the name of the game when I do this is layer. So you're going to see that I always start very light and then I build. I also like to almost like add product, leave it there, and then I come back and then I'll blend it out when I get back there. So I always do that. It's a habit that I do almost to like spread the product so one place isn't full of product than others. Now I'm going to go in on the under eye and start spreading this out. I like to really just follow these lines that are naturally on our face. The beauty of this product that Mary Phillips did is it's extremely buildable and blendable. Those two aspects to makeup are so crucial. Making sure that the products are all working cohesively together and nothing is pilling or having areas that build up and areas that aren't picking up. That has happened to me before. Can't ever explain it other than just making sure that we have good quality products that we work with. Now, this alone makes all the difference. I mean, just covering up these dark circles and any redness really enhances the skin. One of my favorite parts of makeup is foundation. Now I'm going to go in with mixing my two favorites, Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in the color Fresco 2C3. I believe that it's more of a neutral undertone color with some rosy, and then another one that I love to mix to anytime I'm doing full glam and going to a special occasion. It's the Giorgio Armani foundation. This is their Luminous Silk line. It is so good. It's good by itself. These two are pretty good by themselves, but I am someone who I love to mix products. I like mixing these two with the Rhode Glazing Milk. I think it leaves the most flawless airbrush finish. To me, makeup is about skin looking like skin, so I like to really dilute the product ever so slightly to where it's giving me that glow, but it still has that beautiful coverage that we love and know from Estee Lauder. I've made my mixture, and now I'm gonna mix it in with a pretty fluffy brush. I'm using this BK Beauty 101 brush. I have the same brush in the smaller that I love to use for concealer. It's also very reasonable in price, the BK Beauty brushes, which is one reason why I love them. Remember, always bring it down to your neck, especially if you're going to be wearing anything that is revealing the neck and the chest. Always bring it down, and don't forget to bring it behind your neck. If you're doing a similar hairstyle like I am tonight, where I have the back of my neck kind of exposed, always bring it back. And let me also just getting makeup all over my robe. It's okay though. I'm just gonna bring it all the way down behind my neck, into my chest, to our eyes. And this trick is really gonna help you with your shadows. When you bring a little bit of foundation or concealer to the eyes, you're basically giving it a set of setting it up so that your eyeshadows go on that much more vibrant. So that's a little trick that I always like to do, is always bring the excess to your eyelids. And now I'm going to start with my contour. I love Westman Atelier so much that I bought both of their contour shades in Biscuit and Truffle. I love to mix these when I'm feeling like I'm doing something where I'm going to an event or any place where I feel like I just need to trust that the makeup is going to stick. I go with my more reliable, I've worked with you before, I know what you're going to give me. I'm mixing my Westman Ateliers. Look how beautiful that color Biscuit is. It is the most perfect shade of cool. To give it a little bit more heat by adding just some warm tones to it, but not so much where it's overpowering. So you'll see when I mixed it, I didn't overpower it, but I gave it just a slight warm, just to give our face a little bit more of that sun-kissed, but also sculpt. This on here like this, and now I'm gonna pick it up directly with my Patrick Talk brush. Now this brush is so nice if you ever have trouble with contouring, because it's small and slanted, so it's gonna go on exactly how you're gonna want your contour to look. So this is almost a cheat where you can go in right where your shadows are, and you'll see right where my shadows are here is where I'm gonna want to put this placement in. And now when you do a brush like this one, you're gonna just dab in the product, and it's why I like to put the product on my hand, warm the product up in your hands, and if you like it even lighter, feel free to go in with 1 drop of the Road Glazing Milk, and this will give you a little bit of a more lighter layer of that bronzer. And right where our natural shade is, we're going to go in dabbing this into the skin. And this will already give us that natural enhancement of a very sculpted look. Give myself a very snatched jawline look. I've been feeling like lately my jaw has not been looking as snatched as I'd like. I want to give it a little enhancement, and we just add some product right under our jawline, and my trick is you bring it all the way up behind the ear and you bring it down your neck, and this is going to give you that shadow of a very snatched jawline look. I love doing this trick. And then bring it all the way up behind your ears. I'm telling you, in photos with the flash on, this trick does wonders. I always look so snatched when I do this. Also love to contour my upper lips, nose, and eyes before I go in with any sort of eyeshadow or lip liner. Once I discovered this trick from Mary Phillips, I have not gone back. And I also discovered this year the brand OSMO. Every few weeks I like to go to Sephora and just scope out any new products to try. It's one of my favorite day dates with myself. That's where I discovered OSMO. It's been a product that has been just so easy to use, pen-like. It's the most beautiful contour color. I've been loving this product. If there's one product for contour that you want to try the OSMO one. You could do so much with it. It's so easy to deal with, and it glides. It's a really good product. Now for this, I like to focus this on my upper eyelids, down my nose, and on my upper lip. I'll pick up a very fluffy brush, like this F1 brush from Makeup by Mario. It has this end smaller brush here that is so fluffy, and almost the best use case for me is blending out my contour, but I also use it for my eyes, so it's a double whammer. Today we're going to be using a Westman Atelier blush that I love. This was the first blush I ever used from them, and what made me fall in love with the brand. It is their blush, the color Petal. And same deal here, I like to warm up products in my hand, that way I have more control of the product. So I'm going to put it in my hands, I'm going to mix it in with just one drop of the Road Glazing. Not only does it give you more control, but to me it feels a little bit lighter. And then I like using the Makeup by Mario F4 brush when it comes to bronzer or blush. Focus this, high cheeks, and then I bring it up to my temples. I'm going to go in with some powdered bronzer. I like to do my cream first, and then I do my powdered after I'm done with my cream products. I feel like it sticks, it grips to the skin better. I don't know how to explain it, but when your skin is full of your cream products, it almost feels like it's like attracting anything, like it will transfer. So now is a moment that we want to layer on the powdered stuff to really lock in our contour and blush. My favorite step of the makeup. I go in with a classic Hourglass bronzer. This is their color Nude Bronze Light. If I could just get it over. It is such a beautiful color. It has a very slight shimmer to it, so it leaves you looking really glowy. So if you don't like that look that almost looks a little wet, this probably won't be for you. I'm going to focus this in all the places that we went in with our cream product. So tap out the excess and go dabbing away. One of my favorite new discoveries is the Hourglass Sublime Flush blush. It is such a beautiful pink color that complements this whole look so well. Same brush here. I want to give myself a little bit of dimension with just a very neutral base color, just to give that pink a little bit more of a pop. I'm going to go in with this lighter color in the inner corners and then spreading it all the way out on my lids. I'm nervous to try this. Like, what if it sucks? Okay, I just did a swatch. It's like such a pretty color. I have to try it. Okay, I'm like obsessed with this. I feel like I need to give a little bit more dimension. I want to add a little bit more color, so I'm going to go a little bit more heavy on the center. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of that. I'm going to blend this out first. So it's all over my lid, and really focusing this just on my lid right here, because I still want that dimension and shadow to be right above where my crease is. Dabbing this into my inner corner, and really just like the middle of my lid, and leaving the crease that more transition color. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of bronzer back in my crease just to highlight our eyes and make them pop a little bit more. I like to do this trick to open up the eye. I think this does a really good job, and I think I'm happy with that. I do want to add a little bit more of the pink. I think this is a really buildable product. So I'm going to add a little bit more just to the middle crease. And then blend this out, just dabbing it because I still want the color to really shine through. Ready for some glitter. I'm going to use today the Dior palette. This is their Dior Backstage Glow Maximum palette. How beautiful corner to do this beautiful champagne right here. That's gorgeous. And then I'm going to do the pink. Then I'm going to mix both of the pinks. And I'm just going to go right over. That's nice. And over all of this, I'm going to go in with the classic, the Fenty Diamond Bomb in the shade How Many Carats. As you can tell, this is one of my favorites. To show you guys a close-up on how glittery this is. The liner. I love adding a liner to a look. It feels like it almost is like the Glam necessity. So I'm using a brown and really focusing this on mostly my outer. I wear mascara tonight. It's like so not like me to wear mascara, but I want to wear it tonight because I think it looks really good with a pink eye. You can come in. Do you want me? Look who came to say hello to Mama. She was sleeping this whole time, and I just let her out and closed the door, and then she came back. Like, what are you doing, Mama? Why are you closing the door on me? You want to stay here with Mama? She loves to stay and watch me get ready. I've never seen something like it. Like, anytime I start getting ready, she runs to the bed and just sits and stares at me. She's just a girl. She's just a baby girl. I was looking for an eyelash curler to tie in our whole eye look with some mascara, but I don't know the last time that I used mascara, so I don't know where my lash curler is. So we're just gonna do without, but we're gonna add some lengthening mascara. I used to be a huge mascara girly, and I feel like I kind of outgrew it in a way. It's so messy. I love the look when I do it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's messy to take off, and it lasts for days. It's hectic, and I'm just lazy. But when I do mascara, I do it well, and I like to mix. I love to mix products, as you have heard me. And today I'm going to be mixing these two. This one is from Mayra Beauty, and this top one is from Thrive Cosmetics. They're both tubing types of mascara, so they're going to give you some length. These are really nice ones, and they would really work better if I had a curler. So stay tuned for next time when I order a curler tonight and we do this again. So let's go in with some mascara. This mascara is insane. I'm trying to like separate them out because I have like spider eyelashes and they like go like this. I feel like I need new mascara though because my mascara is a little dry. It's like another reason why I don't use it. It's just I have very long lashes, so when I do use it, they're like in your face, you know. So to me, I'm like daytime looks. I just like can't wear mascara. It just goes too glam, you know. So we just keep it natural. but it's still pretty. Alright, now we're gonna go in with some concealer, and this is where we clean up any mess that we made with our eyes or any overdone blush. And we'll clean all of this up with a good, nice concealer. And this one is the Giorgio Armani concealer. This is from their Luminous Silk line. So it is going to be a little bit more lightweight, not as full coverage. Done, I'm going to add a little bit more color back into the skin. I'm going to do so with our Giorgio Armani blush in color 50. It also has that little bit of shimmer in it, so you'll see that this also gives that effect of glowiness. And start high. And now we're going to set with my favorite Giorgio Armani pressed silk family. This has been my favorite pressed powder. Again, it has that shimmer in it, so all of these last few products are going to leave you looking really glowy. I almost use this without any loose powder anymore. It just has been making the biggest difference in my makeup routine. It's lightweight, it's so beautiful on. It really leaves your under eyes looking so fresh. Always looking up. Use a setting spray just to lock this whole look in. Makeup by Mario lip that I want to try. So hopefully it goes well with this look. Well, it's more of like a neutral toned color, so I feel like it might be perfect for this. Do the Juicy 2 by Lancome. Oh, this one is so good. This is their Spring Fling color. Now I'm gonna go finish my hair, put on my clothes, and I'll show you guys the final look. Okay, I adjusted my light so slightly and it made such a big difference. I feel like this is the type of lighting that we should be having. Let me zoom in because I want you guys to get a good look at this makeup because it came out so stunning. It is so glowy and sculpted. This is exactly the type of makeup I like, especially for a night like this, New Year's Eve, where I want glitter and I want to feel that glow. I'm obsessed with this makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you try it out, let me know out in the comments. Thank you again for being here and watching, and don't forget to subscribe and check me out on Instagram. Until next time, have a beautiful, happy new year, and 2026 is going to be amazing.